Welcome back to another episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpeer.
Hello.
And we're talking about week 3 of The Swords of Ditto. We're your two swords. We've been asleep for 100 years.
Hold on, who died first?
Probably me.
Based on the fact that you've already beaten the boss lady once and I still haven't, come on. It's probably me.
Yeah, I have finished it once, but man, I could not get a run going this week to save my life. Literally, in the game. But it's one of those ones where you start a run, you're like, all right, I'm doing great. I'm in the third zone. This is cool. I feel pretty great. And you run into, I think it only unlocks when you finish the game the first time, run into these guys that are marked as skulls on the map. Mm-hmm. And the game is very much like, take them down and good stuff will happen. And I go and fight them, and they have a skull and an exclamation mark, and their health bar is glowing, and
oh wow,
they basically just one-shot me. It's like, cool.
Okay.
I won't make that mistake next time. Whoops, I totally did.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Something I've noticed as I keep dying over and over and over again is the enemies change a lot.
Yeah.
Depending on how many, I don't know if it's how many times you've died, what level you're up to. I'm not too sure what it is. But those stupid knights with the big swords.
Oh my god, the ones that rush?
Yes.
Oh, they're the worst.
Every single time I fight one, I'm like, I got this. And then he almost kills me every single time without fail.
As I feel like I can deal with the flaming head skeletons with the really small shield. Like, you roll behind them, you move forward a little bit because the roll goes like a little too far. You slash them a couple times and they're dead. But man, those other guys are just rough.
I streamed this 2 days this week, Wednesday and Thursday, and I told you this story pre-show because it worked out so perfectly. I was on a pretty good run. Wednesday, I think I started a new run. I had a solid 2 hours where I did a whole bunch of exploring and a whole bunch of exploration, and I got a bunch of upgrades. I was doing really well. I found a magical root or an elemental root,
Interesting.
which I didn't know was a thing. So if you ever go while you're exploring, if you ever see the doors are all tangled up with something, that's an elemental magic thing. And basically you find a hole in the ground that you drop down, and then there will be like what looks like a gnarly looking tree thing in that hole. And when you destroy that, it destroys the things above ground, which are tying up those doors, which then allow you to go into those doors.
That's cool. I never figured out. There's two doors like that. There's the one that has the vines on it, and there's the other one that has a crystal on it.
Yep.
And I never figured out how to do that.
I saw a fire one as well, and it was the fire one which I got rid of. So I did that. I was like, I finished my stream after like a couple hours. Like, look, this is a really good run. Keep this momentum going. So I'm going to stream tomorrow, and it'll be great. So I started my stream. I started the game. Within 5 minutes, I started the stream talking about like, this is good. Be patient. Be cautious. I'm on a good run. This could be the run. Within 5 minutes, I was dead. And literally, you could go watch the start of the stream, and it's just me wanting to headbutt the table and screaming and swearing as loud as I possibly can because I'm just such an idiot. And it was like, great. So
that's how it always goes.
Yeah, it's like, this is good. I'm on a run. I'm going to stop playing today, and I'm going to start tomorrow and die immediately. That just seems to be the way it goes.
Yeah.
So that was annoying because I found the elemental thing. I got rid of the whole thing I needed to get rid of. I was like, yeah, this is great. I got a new epic toy on my restart again on Thursday, where then, stop me if you've heard this before, but I started a run on Thursday. 2 hours, really solid run. Started making a bunch of progression, did really well. But then I got an epic toy, and it was a new toy, or a new toy of legend, or whatever they're called. I really like it. It's a conker.
A conker?
Yes, which is an English thing. I don't know. Do you guys play conkers over here?
No.
Where you get it's like an oak tree seed, like the big, huge things. Yeah, Google conkers. It's just easier. Conkers.
How to play conkers. A hole.
So I don't know if
A hole is drilled in. Oh, it's like a. Yeah, we have something similar in Ohio called Buckeyes, where they're like
Okay.
big hard seeds from a tree.
Yes. Over in England, it's called conkers, and you drill a hole in it, you put a string in it, and then you basically have to hit the other person's seed, and whichever one is left alive at the end of the confrontation wins.
Oh, okay.
So it's like one of those seeds, but it's still got the spiky outer shell on it.
Ah, okay, right.
And it's attached to a chain in the game, which,
So it's like a conker flail.
yeah, except he swings it over his head.
Oh,
And
wow.
smashes it down on the ground, and it does this huge AoE attack that
That's
just
so cool.
demolishes this big space in front of you. It's like, okay, I like this toy a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm on a good run. I hate saying that phrase. I'm on a good run.
It's a potential good run.
Yes.
I don't want to jinx you.
I got the normal Toy of Legend, which I got the drone, was my chosen one for the dungeon this time. I found the conker in one of those rooms that have a key that you need to speak to somebody in the house to get a key.
Oh, okay.
And then I've got the key, I went down, I got the conker, I was like, great. I unlocked like another 5 badges of people I can unlock.
Oh, wow.
And I changed who I start with because I think your starting chosen badge, the young lady with the flames.
The second person? Yeah.
Yeah. I think she kind of breaks the game.
Yeah, that fire attack just it destroys enemies. Like fire is probably a little too strong in the game.
And I also got a sticker that gives me poison attack.
Oh no, okay.
So I actually now do 2 types of DOT, damage over time, for all those WoW nerds.
Yeah.
So I've got two attacks when I hit them.
2 dots at once?
Yes.
Wow.
So a couple of hits and I'm good, but common phrase throughout my 2 streams was, I hate wizards. The 2 guys who do the ranged attacks are the worst.
Yeah, the ones especially with the pointy hats.
The ones that do the aether damage, yes.
Yes. Man, those guys are rough.
I despise them so much because they always hit me, and then they're pure elemental attack, so that immediately puts your aether bar to like 3/4 full.
Right.
And then they hit you again, and then you're frozen in aether. And then a big guy comes along with a sword and goes slab, and you're killed.
I feel like the more I play this game, the more I have that problem where the beginning enemies are really easy, and then there's this giant chasm where there's no real medium difficulty enemies. I feel like maybe the only ones that would fit in there are like the flamey head skeleton knights we were talking about. Then everything else in the game is like unfairly ridiculously hard.
You know what's funny? I literally talked about this on Thursday when I was streaming.
I should start watching your streams.
I literally said, this game feels like it has a really easy beginning and then a huge difficulty spike. When, like, the first couple of times you die, it spikes the difficulty way up there. And now I'm up to, like, I think I'm, like, level 11 now.
Yeah, so
and it feels like it's bringing that difficulty back down again towards where it's manageable. Like, where I'm getting blue drops and gold drops and stickers. Like when I go and get stickers, I'm now getting blue outlines and gold ones, which indicate the rarity.
Right.
So it's like I'm getting these now. And it's like, okay, is this game finally coming back down difficulty wise because I've leveled up enough to the point where I'm getting the better drops? So
yeah, because it almost feels like it's pulling itself in 2 different directions. Like it wants to be a roguelike where your skill is what determines how far you get, plus your ability to use your toys and stickers and stuff like that. Like, it wants to be this skill-based roguelike. And then on the other hand, it has this whole sticker system that does have a rarity associated with it. So it almost tries to be a loot game at the same time, and it's sort of tugging between those 2 ends, and I think it meets in the middle, but not always super well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's interesting, but hopefully I can finally beat Momo or whatever her name is this week, and then see what else the game has to offer, because I don't like the fact that the Celestial Essences go up 50 every single time you use it.
Oh no, that's
so rough. I'm at 350 now. it's like, okay, so if I beat her once, then what? I explore the world and do a bunch of other stuff. Then what? I die, it comes back again, she gets respawned, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And then what?
Yeah,
What
like
do I have to pay 500 to get it next time?
it seems like the end game of this is fill all those pips at the Stonehenge thing 5 times. So I think you have to
Hmm.
beat the game 5 times and do the offering. But yeah, that it's a little bit odd.
Yeah.
And I don't know what unlockables I'm working towards, if other than like the unlockable characters. So I don't know if because it feels like for me at this point, if I have a run that lasts anywhere under an hour, I feel like I didn't really do anything because I feel like I'm not working towards something. I'm leveling up my sword and the badge and all that stuff, and that stuff's fine. But I don't feel like I'm, I feel like our watermark is always going to be fairly or unfairly Binding of Isaac, where
Hmm.
you have a run and you put some coins in the coin machine, and maybe you unlocked a new item or you flawless a floor, something like you usually feel like you're working towards something, and I feel like I don't know what I'm working towards in this game, and I think that's a point of frustration for me.
Yeah, it's a little odd how there's no true through game development, like through
Right.
run to run. It's like, okay, great. I can carry a sticker over or I can carry something else over.
Right.
And technically you're leveling up, but it's like, okay, that doesn't actually give me a benefit to the next run other than the fact that everybody's numbers are a little bit higher.
Yeah, and like you're sort of starting without a lot of stickers, so you seem like you're
Hmm.
starting at a deficit.
Yeah, I mean, it feels a little bit strange, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
It's
One
not
more week to
bad. You
go.
know what? For anyone listening, I know I'm sort of beating the crap out of this game a little bit, but I am enjoying it. It to me it's a prototypical game that gets published by Devolver Digital. It's really good and it's really weird and it's kind of broken in some spots, but that's not a bad thing. It's sort of
Yeah.
some of the brokenness is sort of charming about it.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a relatively blue sky game. Like it
Yeah,
looks great. It plays pretty solidly. There are some things I don't like, but that could be an issue with my setup in general.
right.
But it's not a bad game. It's actually very, very good.
Yeah.
And we'll see how we feel when it comes to science time.
Yeah, yeah. Science will always be the final word here on We
Hmm.
Roguelike It. Yeah, but we will have one more week of this. We did say we're going to do 4 weeks, and we'll see if we can beat it a couple more times, and then science will out at the end
Hmm.
of the day. So, thank you very much, everyone, for listening, and we'll see you all next week.